I'm 20 years old. I've just been accepted into the prestigious American Academy of Dramatic Arts summer program in New York City for 6 weeks. I am going to New York City for 6 weeks alone. This is a long-time dream of mine. I mean, we all know the magic we feel when we step into New York City. And I'm taking a break now from Toronto Theatre School and spending my summer in the Mecca of Broadway. In 1999, I go there and I get my wish. Now, my parents decide that they want to take me, drop me off, as they like to call it. So the three of us travel to JFK Airport, and we have to figure out a way then to how to get from the airport to our hotel. You see, because my dad is one of these guys who just doesn't get or do public transit. He thinks the subway is a place where people get killed or kill themselves. So we take a cab because a New York taxi is much safer. The three of us arrive at our quaint little hotel, and over the next few days, we have time for a quick family vacay before I start my first day of classes the first week of July. We have a great time. We check out the city, we check out the school, we catch a show, we have some good food. I'm having fun, but all I can think about is soon I will be alone. Alone, alone, alone. Now, the three of us also try not to melt, because I should mention the summer I'm in New York City, the city is experiencing the worst heat wave since 1936. There are 27 deaths already that summer, and everyone feels they could be the next casualty. The subway cars are actually one of the coolest places, and even they are a sweat box tunnel. But I can handle the heat. I'm in New York City. The first day of classes roll around. My parents have just enough time to bring me to my hostel. My mom is bawling of tears. She waves goodbye, and I make my way to my first steps of AMDA. Over the next 6 weeks, I will be in the same group. There's 11 of us, people from the age of 18 to 25. They're all over. They come from all over from the US, and there's one other Canadian. Brooke and I instantly bond. She's from Edmonton, and we complain about our harsh winters, lack of the star system, and how back home we can easily drink legally at the age of 19. But we're now two starving artists in Manhattan without any proof of ID. We're young, naive, and we're horny. Did I mention we're horny? Brooke and I discover early on that we both love to party. So our mission that summer will be to get into every nightclub we can without any ID proving that we're 21. Now, my mission that summer is to get in a nightclub called Life. At the time, this is the hottest club in New York City, and also the #1 place Leonardo DiCaprio likes to frequent. I have read this in every gossip magazine, so it must be true. By 1999, Leo Mania has hit, and I am just another obsessed fan. Week 1 of classes roll by, we have a great time, and it's now Friday night, and it's Brooke and I's chance to make our move. Our first place we hit, and we have success. Mind you, we are in the diviest shithole of a bar in Manhattan. Underground some stairs, but they don't card us, and we don't care. We have a few drinks, and now we're feeling confident, we're feeling ready, and we're still feeling horny. We make our way to 8th and 42nd Street, and there I see it. Club Life. I have so much confidence, but in that moment, I start to freak out. Oh my God, Brooke, we don't even have ID. What are we gonna do? Don't worry, she says. We got this. This was a woman who had gotten into every club on White Ave in Edmonton. She knew what she was doing. As we walk up to Life, The lineup wraps around the building 3 times, and the 6'5" bald bouncer wearing a leather jacket, which I still don't understand in 32-degree weather. As he's standing there, Brooke and I hike up our skirts, bat our eyelashes, naively thinking he hasn't seen this before. Brooke casually flips her hair and says, "Oh, hi. Do you mind if we just get in? We forgot our ID back at the hostel. It's our last night here. We'd love to get in." Not a chance. Get lost. I hang my head in shame. I feel like my summer is ruined. And we walk past the lineup that wraps around the building 3 times and collapse on the curb. We light up a cigarette and try to figure out plan B. After a few minutes, out of nowhere, this man approaches us like a prophet. He just looks down at us and says, "Are you ladies looking to get into club life?" We can't even speak, and we just nod yes. "Come with me." The man puts his hand on his hips, and I put my arm in his, and Brooke puts her arm in his, and this man walks us right down past the lineup that wraps 3 times around the building, past the bouncer, into club life. Now, for a brief second, I think I'm about to become a sex slave, but I don't care. We are in life. The walls are painted bright orange, the lights are dim, there are multicolored laser beams flying through the sky, and Whitney Houston's "I'm alright, but I'm okay, I'm gonna make it anyway" is blasting from the DJ booth. Brooke immediately tells me she has to go take a pee, and even though my bladder is full, I have no time to waste. I do not know when I'm going to get back in this club again, and I have got to find DiCaprio. I tell Brooke I'll meet her back here in 20 minutes, and I look and think, now if I were Leo, where would I be? I searched every crevice of that nightclub. The main floor, the upstairs, the downstairs, the basement, the washroom, the men's washroom. This goddamn nightclub was bigger than the Titanic. But as I came down the stairs with my heels killing me, I noticed in the corner there was one little room I hadn't quite inspected. It didn't even have a door, but a big, thick, black velvet curtain. As I pushed the curtain aside, I was caught off guard and blinded by all of the haze. I could see people dancing, but all I noticed was a chair, and that was calling my name. As I pulled out the chair to take a much-needed rest, before I could even sit down, 2 of the other scariest bouncers picked me up from under my armpits and said, "What the hell are you doing in here? You do not belong." And before they could throw me out like the trash I had become, I heard a voice say, "Leave her alone. She's with me." Now, for a brief second as well, in my drunken state, I questioned why Mickey Mouse was in this nightclub. But when I turned around to see who it was, I froze. My jaw fell on the floor. I could not speak. I began to sweat because there, who had saved me, it was Prince. The artist known as Prince. Screw DiCaprio, it's Prince. Screw school, it's Prince. Fuck, I am putting this on my resume. I had come in here like a destitute Cinderella. I had little money, no real place to stay. And here was my savior, my prince, and just like in his song, in that moment, I creamed my pants. I don't know if it was just my bladder letting go, it didn't matter. Prince took my hand and pulled me onto this private dance floor, and he's with his entourage, and I am part of his entourage. He's wearing black pants, 4-inch platform shoes, and a dark purple shirt open up to here. And for the next I don't know if it was 40 minutes or 4 hours because I did not leave. No other words were exchanged except just eye to eye, dancing all night long with the man who rocked a dance floor like no one else. And before I knew it, again like Cinderella, as if the clock struck 12 and I was about to turn into a pumpkin, it all disappeared. The music stopped, the lights came up, and everyone started to shuffle out. And I didn't know where I was. Next thing I knew, I was just looking desperately if he had left me a little glass slipper or just this little platform shoe. It's 2 a.m. and I'm standing outside Club Life. I'm humming 1999 to myself. And all of a sudden I hear, "Christel?" When I turn to look, it's Brooke. She's stumbling towards me with heels in her hands, and she's laughing, and it looks like she's got vomit down her dress. "Oh my God," she says, "Christel, you will not believe the night I had." As she begins to ramble on about some guy she met and made out with, all I can think is, oh no, you will not believe the night I had. I'm 36 years old. I just arrived in the Bahamas with my husband. We're there to celebrate his birthday and a much needed vacation. We arrive at our gorgeous resort and we find out that our room isn't quite ready. No problem, I grab my cocktail. We'll head to the all-you-can-eat buffet. Thank you very much. I haven't yet clicked on my phone because I'm in vacation mode. And as my husband swipes across his phone once, I see all of the color evaporate from his face. "What's wrong?" "Nothing," he says, "nothing," and he puts his phone away. I'm like, come on, I know something's wrong. He doesn't know how to tell me. And with his head hung low, he's like, something very bad has happened. Of course, I begin to panic. Oh my God, did a family member die? Did one of his family members die? Did we lose a friend? Did a catastrophe happen in the world? Oh no, it's much worse. Prince is dead. I spend the next week of my much-needed vacation. There's no other place I would rather be in the world than a beach, and I lock myself into the hotel room and watch every news story I can. I'm grateful I had the opportunity to see him play live. Last December, I went to his exhibit in the UK, and I got to hold his guitar. In October, I went to see The Revolution play live with all of the original members. Front row, belted out every song and sweated my ass off in 40-degree weather. And long before the time of Instagram and Facebook, I still remember Club Life. It doesn't exist anymore. I'm still great friends with Brooke, but it's all up there. I still can't listen to a Prince song without completely going nuts and dancing my ass off and also shedding a tear. Because they say when something really important happens, you remember every detail. But when something so insane happens to you, you question if it ever did happen at all. Oh, this did happen. There's just some details where I remember very little. But I will always remember that Prince, he was little. Thank you.